The journey to self-knowledge is often described as one of the most important paths toward a flourishing and meaningful life. Yet, an unseen roadblock often stands in our way, our own tendency to lie to ourselves. It's an ironic twist of human nature. Why would we deceive the very person we should trust most ourselves? The answer is disarmingly simple: to avoid pain. This instinct to protect ourselves from discomfort might seem logical, even compassionate, at first glance. But these small, persistent lies can exact a heavy toll. They rob us of opportunities to grow, to heal, and ultimately, to find true happiness. These deceptions may provide temporary solace, but they sabotage our ability to live authentically. So, what are the lies we tell ourselves? And why are they so destructive? Let's explore the tangled web of self-deception, starting with the 4 core areas where our minds often veer from the truth. We frequently lie about the very areas of our lives that most need attention: our jobs, relationships, friendships, health habits, and beliefs. Confronting these issues would require effort, sometimes an overwhelming amount of it, and so we convince ourselves that all is fine. It's easier to stay in a job we dislike than to risk change. It's simpler to maintain a relationship devoid of joy than to face loneliness. Yet, these lies keep us trapped. They foster stagnation, robbing us of the energy and courage to seek a better life. The longer we avoid the truth, the harder it becomes to reclaim the lost time and the opportunities for transformation that came with it. Another reason we lie is our deep-seated need to see ourselves as normal, as fundamentally good and capable. We push aside peculiar thoughts or unsettling desires, fearing that admitting to them might shatter our self-image. We tell ourselves we are not jealous, not selfish, not fearful. But this idealized version of ourselves can feel hollow. True self-respect comes not from denying our flaws, but from confronting them with honesty and striving to grow. Real strength lies in admitting where we fall short and doing the work to bridge the gap. We often lie to avoid confronting our inadequacies. It's easier to pretend we're content than to admit we feel like we're falling behind or missing out. Perhaps we envy a friend's success or feel the sting of unfulfilled dreams. These feelings are painful, and so we bury them beneath layers of false narratives. However, suppressing these truths only intensifies their power. The shame festers, growing louder and harder to ignore. True liberation comes from naming our insecurities and gently, compassionately addressing them. Some lies we tell ourselves are about the people we love. We might feel anger toward a partner, a parent, or a friend, but dismiss it as petty or unworthy of acknowledgement. Yet this unspoken resentment doesn't disappear, it seeps into our interactions, creating a toxic undercurrent. Admitting these feelings to ourselves doesn't mean we are bad people. It means we are human. By confronting these emotions honestly, we can address their root causes and move toward healthier, more authentic relationships. Our minds are incredibly creative when it comes to lying to ourselves. We use sophisticated and often unconscious strategies to keep the truth at bay. Let's examine some of these techniques and their impact on our lives. When we fear confronting the uncomfortable truths, we often distract ourselves with external stimuli, scrolling endlessly through social media, binge-watching TV shows, overworking, or indulging in addictive behaviors. These are not just habits, they are shields. These distractions don't bring us true joy or fulfillment. They are temporary escapes that leave us emptier than before. The very act of avoidance drains us, making it harder to face the truths we've been running from. Sadness that we refuse to acknowledge often manifests as forced, brittle cheerfulness. We tell ourselves and everyone around us that everything is fine, wonderful even. But this insistence on happiness can feel hollow. True emotional resilience isn't about denying sadness. It's about allowing ourselves to feel it, to sit with it, and to understand it. Only then can we heal and move forward authentically. Sometimes, Denied anger toward a specific person or situation spills over into general irritability. We find ourselves snapping at small inconveniences, a misplaced remote, a higher than expected bill, without realizing the true source of our frustration. Acknowledging our anger, even when it feels uncomfortable or unjustified, is the first step toward resolving it. It allows us to direct our energy toward solutions rather than misplacing it on unrelated annoyances. When we feel inadequate or vulnerable, we often compensate by denigrating others or adopting a cynical worldview. We tell ourselves we don't care about love, success, or beauty because admitting we want these things and fear we can't have them feels too painful. This defensive posture keeps us from pursuing what truly matters. By softening our cynicism and admitting our desires, we open the door to possibility and growth. Lying to ourselves might provide short-term relief, but it comes at a significant cost. We miss opportunities to grow, learn, and build meaningful relationships. The truth, no matter how difficult, is a gift. It allows us to live authentically, to heal, and to create lives that align with our deepest values. When we avoid the truth, it often finds a way to surface regardless, through insomnia, depression, or physical symptoms. By confronting our real nature, we free ourselves from these burdens and step into a life of greater clarity, peace, and fulfillment. The path to self-awareness is not easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. It requires courage to admit our flaws, to confront our fears, and to embrace our humanity. But in doing so, we open ourselves to the possibility of a richer, more authentic life. Let this be an invitation to pause, to reflect, and to ask yourself, what truths have I been avoiding? And how might my life change if I dared to face them? The answers might surprise you. They might challenge you. But most importantly, they will set you free.